Hey guys, welcome back to Carolina's Home. It's February 20th, about 7:45 in the morning. Just got off third shift. Thought I'd come out here and do a little hiking before the snow hits. Got some rain and light sleet right now. And about an hour or so, it's supposed to turn into snow. Maybe 3 inches. Who knows? They say 1 to 3 we're liable to get a foot. They say a foot we'll just get freezing rain, so they really don't know what it's going to do. It's about 38 right now. Feels like it's about 32 maybe. But there's a huge cold front moving in. It's already snowing in the mountains about an hour and a half away, so we'll see if it sticks or if it breaks up coming over the mountains. But it's also coming up through South Carolina too, so we get a lot of our biggest snows come up from the south. So we'll see. It's going to drop down to 20s tonight, and we're going to be in the 30s and teens for the next couple days. So if it does do anything, regardless, it's going to be a mess. But I'll still get out of it. I don't care. I love it. So anyway, I'm going to try not to slip and fall in all this nice mud and wet leaves on the trail. Yeah, we're back in the Kings Mountain State Park. Same trail I think was on the last video. I think we'll try some of the other ones in the next few videos we have, and I'm gonna make one at the battleground. I actually did make one for y'all, put on here last week, and my GoPro decided it didn't want to record sound, so I spent 2.5 hours out there hiking around and filming the monuments and telling y'all all about it, and got home and there's no sound, so that was a little disappointing, but still a good day. It was really nice too. I was like the only one up there, and it was real overcast like today and cool. But anyway, I hate that it didn't record, but we'll get another one. And hopefully this weekend we're going to go, me and my daughter are going to go hopefully Saturday to North Carolina Transportation Museum up in Salisbury and check that out. We've been there once before. Went about 2 years ago, but they got some really cool stuff going on right now. New trains and stuff like that in the exhibits, so I really want to go check that out. But if we see anything cool, I'll cut the phone back on here. So I'm just gonna shut up now and let y'all enjoy this. Okay, I'm going to show y'all something pretty cool here. It's hard to see in this video, but what you're looking down right now, not this, that's just ruts in the trail, but back this way, this is one of the early original colonial roads that came through this area. And I'll show you right here. If you look, this is an elevated roadbed right here. And this is really a cool piece of history. Slopes up on the sides, goes over, back down, and it crosses the creek over here. Let's go take a look at that. And connected to a bridge. There's not a lot of information I can find on this area. However, I do have access to a few old maps that I use primarily for metal detecting and that kind of thing. But the oldest map I have that shows this exact spot was surveyed in 1908, and the bridge was still there. So, and this was considered, let me turn y'all around here. This was considered on the map legend to be a good road. So, you know, we're talking dirt, horse road, whatever, and then it would connect to what I believe it called lesser roads, and then down to just footpaths. So, but this is the same colonial road that the soldiers, the Patriots, and the British both came into this area on before the Battle of Kings Mountain. So that's a pretty amazing piece of history we're standing on right now. Let me show you all the other side. Okay, that's the other part of the road there, and there was a bridge. Now we're about 15-20 feet off the water if there was a bridge here today. However, this creek comes off of several other creeks and rivers that have since been dammed and to make reservoirs. So this thing could have very well, the water could have very well run up this high back then. I mean, who knows? I would like to talk to the park rangers and the people that run the museum and stuff and see if they have any information on these roads, or when this bridge was, when the road stopped being used rather. But anyway, this is a super cool piece of history, and you know, I just think about all the people that have crossed this. Early colonial Americans, Native American traders, all kinds of people, soldiers. Man, it's pretty awesome. But let me come down the side here and I'll show you something really cool. I gotta find a spot where I'm not gonna tear it up, because it is starting to come apart a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. I know it doesn't look very steep, but it is, plus it's super wet. This is probably the best spot right here. Maybe I won't tear anything up. Oh. Okay. Now, I gotta keep wiping my mustache, otherwise I'll look like I got a snotty nose. Now, if you'll check this out, These are all the stacked stones that are built up underneath here. You can see all the stones there and all those here. And this is what builds up this road. Oh goodness. There's a lot of them underneath these leaves too, so better watch you don't twist your ankle. Or get poked in the eye by a stick. That's awesome. But here's probably the best spot where you can really see it. And check that out. Is that not awesome? I think about how many tons of rocks are in this roadbed, and we're talking, okay, here's where let's say they started it there, and it goes way, 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 way on back. It's hard to see it again, but that's actually it. And it kind of curves back in the trees, and then it probably gets back down more to ground level. But the fact that they had to start that far back, and I haven't even been on the other side yet. If I didn't have to go to work, I'd just go down there and cross the creek and spend some time over there. We're going to check that out pretty soon. But yeah, this is an amazing piece of history of our country right here. And this is a major trading path, and I mean this was the main road. I think there was one other one that ran through this area, and the rest were all just footpaths and small horse trails. But it's pretty awesome. And the coolest thing to me is that the hiking trail goes right over it, way back down there. It crosses over it, kind of humps over it. And the only reason I knew where I was at was I decided to walk down here and play around in the creek. And I looked up and I noticed all the stones stacked there. And I was like, that's man-made. This is not just a regular hill out in the woods. And I would say probably the majority of people that hike this trail have no idea this is here. And that's kind of sad, but in a way it's kind of cool, because this is like my cool little spot right now. So, but I definitely want to get on the other side, and I definitely want to figure out what kind of bridge we had here. Could have possibly been stone. I doubt it, because most of the stones laying right here in the river, most are small. There are some big ones, but they're not enough to, let me spin you around kind of slow here. Not enough to span this creek. I mean, I don't know, this creek's good, I'd say 9 feet wide. And if it was higher back then, which it almost certainly would have been, you're talking about a pretty good amount of rocks. And so it would have almost had to have been made of wood. And we've got some fallen trees here, and a little bit of fallen tree debris over here and there, but there's nothing really that screams, this was what was part of the bridge. Now, if this road had stopped being used back in, the 1700s, early 1800s, I would say, yeah, it's probably long since rotted away. But let's say my map I saw this on was 1908. Let's say this road was continually used, even in just small fashion, up into, say, 1920s. I mean, you'd think there'd still be something, especially if they were, talking about like hand-hewn timbers and things like that, because you can find that kind of stuff in Civil War era dams and fords and ferry crossings. And they've been sitting in the water down here in the south for a long time. So, I don't know. I'd like to find out more about it. I even Googled Colonial bridges, and of course, you know, basically what I thought, either stone or wood. But I just wanted to kind of get an idea of like what it might have looked like. So I've got an idea, but hopefully I can find out some more about it. But we're gonna head back up here and get on the trail and push a little further today than we have been the last few times I've been out here. It's pretty much stopped raining now, so that either means the excuse me that either means the snow is getting ready to dump on me, or it's all going to break up like we thought. Excuse me. All right. Well, it's pretty out here. Hear the tree frogs singing. All right, I'll cut this on if I see something else cool. Well, I did find something cool. Score! Still got some nice bunge in the bungee cord. And sitting under this log is a drive shaft off a car or a tractor. Don't know. And that's really odd to be out here since we're out in the middle of bumfart Egypt. So there's no telling where that came from. Anyway, we'll cut her on if we see anything else cool. Oh, here you go. Here's the, I guess this is supposed to spook us. There's the Illuminati tree. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Anyway, we'll cut this back on if we see anything else cool. You don't know what that is? That's a buck rub. And it's hard to tell how fresh it is because everything's wet, but seeing a good many of them around here on the little saplings. And there's a lot of trails, game trails. We're kind of off the trail now. I don't know what's going on. Like, the trail I was on across the creek, but then there's this trail, which is obviously a trail. It's got some orange markers going along it. I don't know if that means this is a harder trail or it just connected to another one, but they don't usually mark their trails with orange flagging tape, so I don't really know. Don't really know what this is about, but it's a lot of cool stuff to look at around here, that's for sure. It's really pretty. I haven't been over here yet, so I don't really know where this is going, but I'll turn it on if I find anything cool. Yeah, the rain and the sleet are starting back. This is a real pretty area right here. There's a lot of low sunken spots in the ground here. A couple more over there. I don't know if that, they're obviously too small to be cellar holes from an old home site or anything. Although there are supposed to have been some homes around this creek and a couple other spots, but I have yet to find any evidence anywhere of that. So, of course, the map I was talking about earlier could have been a little wrong. But, I don't know. Could have just been old tree falls. They just never filled back in. Big root ball uprooted. And the tree is long gone. It's probably more likely. So I hope y'all are enjoying this video. I'm enjoying making it. Better than being at home asleep right now. Yeah, hopefully you are enjoying this. Minus my heavy breathing and sniffing. I think I've joined up to a horse trail is what this is, but I'm not sure. Well, see, I don't know if that's the trail or what, because I don't see any more of that orange tape. So I may have to go back. Yeah. A nice little place for a critter. Well, I think I'm gonna turn around. Maybe we'll check out the other side of that Colonial bridge. I'm really not sure where the trail went. Alright, I'll turn this back on when we get to the other side. What we have here is a little primitive camping site where I'm eating my breakfast of champions, water and pretzels. Yum yum. But unfortunately, even out here in all this beautifulness, somebody had to be a dingbat and leave his trash. So I'll probably pick that up and carry that out of here, since it's the only piece of trash I've seen other than the bungee cord, and that's not trash, that's treasure. But so peaceful out here. So anyway, I'm gonna eat my snack, and then I really gotta start heading back because it's going to be a long night at work tonight if I don't. All right, catch y'all in a minute.